Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get some ad copy from Shortly AI. So, as I always kind of explain a little bit in my videos, Shortly AI is, in my opinion, the best AI writing tool out there right now. It's basically a blank canvas for you to work with an AI assistant and get what you want. You don't have to jump through forms and skip around between different tools to get what you want. You're just here and you just write and you basically just ask your assistant for some information or for copy basically. So if you're a marketer and you're trying to write, maybe some ad copy or product copy, and you think that you have to go with some other tool that's you've been using Shortly for writing your articles and you think you need to use a different tool to get ad copy, you don't. You can actually get it from Shortly too. And the way you do it is you basically just ask. You say something like, please write for me some ad copy. And let's see what it's about. Let's just say about our ladies' shoes with a suede upper, padded soles, and durable outer. Comfort Comfortable in jeans, and available in a variety of colors. Okay, not exactly the most exciting thing, but basically what you do here is you say something like, remember, it's like you're turning and talking to an assistant. Or, imagine you're the boss and you're trying to make sure that your employee is able to give you what you need. You need to give them enough information to be able to give you back the proper answer, right? So you basically ask, you say, please write for me some ad copy. So, okay, they know that you need ad copy. It's about our ladies' shoes with a suede upper, padded soles, and so on. Of course, you describe your product. The more details that you can provide about your product here, the better. And then you basically just hit write for me. You notice there's no other prompts. It's literally just the first part of the content here in Shortly. And then I just hit write for me. Got to hit write for me. And we see what happens. And I accidentally hit enter there. It might have gone under. Yeah. So it's writing it, but it like, so normally you would probably just start right here. I accidentally hit enter, so it kind of stuck it together. But, okay, that's not too bad, right? Something that you could work with. And now, of course, the same thing as with all AI tools is it's probably not going to produce precisely perfect ad copy or copywriting at all, for your needs. You're probably going to have to edit it a little bit. The cool thing is that sometimes it'll surprise you with something that maybe you didn't quite think of. You're like, oh, maybe I can use that angle in my copywriting. You still have to tweak it, but it's an angle that you didn't think of maybe. And so I just want to show another little trick here with Shortly. So I'm deleting this content for now. But let's just say that I need to create 5 or so of these things. I'm here right after, you can see the mouse cursors over here, like right after the variety of colors. And I'm just going to hit write for me again. And it should produce an ad. Like, it's artificial intelligence, so you don't always get exactly perfect. There you go. So we'll call this one number 1, right? And then go back up here, click on next to colors again, write for me again. And the setting I have it on is somewhere in between, but you can play around with that depending on your needs. Okay, and every once in a while you'll see things like this. That's just the AI, is doing its thing, and that's what it thinks you want. Actually, let's make that number 2 now, just to make it a little easier on ourselves. We probably have to update that a few times, or we just make this one number 2 and keep that number 1. We'll just go with that. Go back up here, write again, and here's the secret I want to explain here. What's happening here and why this works. when you're writing an article, you're kind of starting at the top and you're kind of flowing through the article. You'll be down here and you'll hit, something, and you'll be writing some more content in between paragraphs and such. And then if you want the AI to take over and write, um, it's going to take some context from somewhere, right? And here's how it works in Shortly. When you go down here, like let's say if I'm down here below number 2 and I hit write for me, it's going to take everything that's above it and it's going to use that as context combined with the title and the article brief to go back over to OpenAI into the GPT-3 and give it that information so that it gets back something to write for you. So you notice that the stuff below it is not taken into account, only the stuff above it. So the trick is we write our request here, and then we always go back up there to do our writing. So this one is number 3. Go back up here, write for me. It should produce another bit of ad copy because from here, when I click write for me from here, it's only using that. So there we go. This one wrote quite a bit. Here's number 4. If I go back up to here, it's only using this as the context. I don't have anything in the article brief or the title, so it doesn't have anything else to work with, just this. Go back here, and I'll make the 5th one. So you can use this technique to produce ad copy or product copy. I'm currently working with the developer of ShortlyAI to see if I can figure out some ways of helping Shortly produce ad copy a little bit better. But actually, this isn't too bad. And if you needed to make changes to, if it wasn't producing exactly what you want, you would just come up here and change what you have in your request. If you have more specific information about your product, put it in there. And then it will be more on point or on topic for your needs. And that's the trick. You can use ShortlyAI to produce ad copy, even though it looks like it's just a regular old writing tool. The power of ShortlyAI is you get this really nice blank canvas for you to work in one place. Because right now you have one document with all of it in there, and you could change this up to a different thing and just put everything on one document and just keep going and not have to jump around between different tools or different forms and things to get what you need. And I think that's a really great workflow. It's really great for the creative process. And if you're not a Shortly subscriber, go down to the description of this video, click on that link and join there, and you'll support the AI Content Dojo and at no extra cost to you, and I would really appreciate that. And you can go over to the AI Content Dojo for more information about how to get the most out of these tools and also how to produce an efficient workflow that uses AI components. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.